oh, where the hell am I? Ah, I've lost me. Where am I? There I am. Hey, what happening? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, it's Friday, and you know what time it is. It's time to get freaky and naked. Hey, it didn't seem like it was too long ago. Hey, you listen to OZZz on Smash Bros. Radio, the only digital radio station that's located in Birmingham. Sure is. Located in Birmingham. Birmingham, Jefferson County. Of course, we have to mention Alabama, but it is what it is. Hey, Smash Bros can be found on Instagram, YouTube, as well as Facebook. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Smash Bros Radio was created by Ralph and O.T. Mobley, and they wanted to set a platform, create a platform that will support the independent artist. And they have fulfilled their obligation to that. So please. Also, we have an app. Download our app. You can find it on the App Store. And then that way you can take us wherever you want to take us. Also, then that way you can keep in touch with us. We appreciate you. Also, am Oz. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube. But please, 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 please like, follow, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Got a lot going on. Celebrating Father's Day coming up Sunday. Have you noticed? And it's I don't really mean anything really about this, but it's a shame that you have Gay Pride, then you have Juneteenth, and then you have Father's Day. I mean, it's why do fathers have to share shit? You know, why? How come we can't just have a day to ourselves? But I didn't know. I didn't realize that until somebody mentioned it to me. So it is what it is. Sunday is Father's Day, and again, as I stated, yes, Wednesday. Please celebrate the men in your life. Show them how much you appreciate them. And listen, we do not wish to have any goddamn ties. We don't want any socks. We don't want any underwear. We don't want any shirts. We want those damn baskets that y'all get, that mothers get. Where are the baskets? Where are the balloons? Where are the flowers? Where are the chocolates? That's what we want. We want to be fed. Hey, also, you can surprise the hell out of the men in your life and take them to a strip club. That will shock the hell out of them. Do that. Shock them. Also, if you don't know where to find any chocolates, I think it may be too late. I think it is too late. But if anytime you have a day of celebration, or if you want to make somebody's day, check out Berries by Crystal. Berries by Crystal. Berries by Crystal. Let me tell you, them ooh, look at the palm of your hand. And see, my hand is pretty much small, but anyway, about the size of your palm, the palm of your hand, that's pretty much the size of the strawberries. Them things are good. Sometimes the strawberries are better than sex, I guess. I don't, well, I've eaten them. So, yeah, it's close to it. You know, if you can't find anything. So, but check out Berries by Crystal. She can come up with any type of celebration that you have. Give her a price, and she will try to meet that price. She's very, what's the word? She would do whatever she can. So just get, you can celebrate divorce, you can celebrate a marriage, you can celebrate Mother's Day, birthdays, Halloween, 420, you name it. Crystal can come up with it. Just, if she can do it, she can do it. You can't get any better strawberries out there. But check Berries by Crystal out. You will not be disappointed, because I mean, great nieces. She got, ooh, my Jesus, my Lord. Yes. So please celebrate the men in your life. Acknowledge them. Surprise them. Surprise them. My goddad was a type of individual that he never, he was not very affectionate. but it's what he did. His actions prove that he loved you. His actions prove that uh, he had some type of feelings for you. My goddad was not one to show affection, but what he did, his action was worth more than his words. And I'm sure that you have an uncle, or you have the men, some men in your life that are like that. You know that they love you. Their words may be sharp, may be kind of heavy, might kind of hurt your feelings, but you know that they love you and they have the best interest for you. And so surprise them. Surprise them. You'll be surprised. And also, you can create your own basket. You don't have to have somebody to create your basket. You pretty much know what they like, especially when it comes to toiletries. You know what type of cologne they like. You know what type of soap they like. So be creative. Do your own basket. Like I mentioned Wednesday, surprise them with a cookout. Invite all the men in the family, and just like a get together, just like you have on 4th of July, and come together and surprise. There's always that one house that everybody congregates. So and it doesn't really take any planning, because usually it's already planned. You know who's going to take what, you know who's going to bring what, you know who to tell not to bring whatever. And so please make this Father's Day a memorable Father's Day. Also, if you're here in Birmingham, check out Zip Slings. That's a way to do it. Do a spa, do a couple spa, so that way you and the man in your life, your husband or your dad, do a spa. You'd be surprised that, they may claim they don't like it, but they've never had one. So do a spa for them. As I mentioned, take them to a strip club, shock the hell out of them. Uh, blindfold them, get in touch with the establishment and let them know that I want to bring such and such, but I want it to be a surprise. And so order a limousine, have the limousine to come and pick you up, take you to the establishment, have the owners of the establishment to be ready, and shock the hell out of them. You and plus, there's nothing wrong with going to a strip club. There really isn't. Uh, some guys just go just to be going. That's just what some folks do, and you'd be surprised. There's couples that go to the strip club because it means nothing. Everybody likes to see some fresh and new bodies and all. So do that. Surprise them, please. Also, you might can get a caterer at the last minute to come by and to cater, but do something for the fathers today, please. Please, 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 please make sure that you do something for them. Let me get some announcements out of the way because I have been negligent. I have been negligent. I have been negligent. Let me pull it up quickly. As I mentioned earlier, if when it comes to your health and all, check out Natasha Crenshaw Brown. She has an Instagram account, Built by Brown LLC. Built by Brown LLC. And check out Gino Reeser. He has an establishment called Razor Fitness. So if you are having concerns, or if you're having a problem with coming up with a routine, I trust Natasha and I trust Gino full force, and that they can come up with something that will benefit you in any age, and they can individualize you a program. So, Ursula Smith, here we go. Parents, get ready for a spectacular dance camp with Ursula Smith Dance, Gracie's Corners edition. Your little ones aged 3 through 5 will have a blast dancing to the biggest hits of Gracie's Corner while enjoying delicious food and nonstop fun. Hurry and register now as spaces are very limited. Gracie's Corner, Saturday, July 15th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Registration, you can go to www.ursula, Smith Dance, that's one word, ursuladance.com, or you can call 205-202-9510. Register one more time, www.ursula, ursula, Smith dance.com. And that's one word, Ursula Smith, or you can call 205-202-9510. Registration is $50. Camp is $125. Also, make sure that you, if you're here in Birmingham, Ursula has brought a story to life. Ursula Smith's The Brown Sugar Nutcracker. Please put that down and look out for its presentation. It's usually in December. So, also, starting August 7th, ages 3 through 6, classes offer ballet, jazz, tap, West Africa, and more. Don't let a hectic schedule hold your child back from the joy of dance. Our new dance season starts August 7th, and we are thrilled to offer flexible class packs to meet your unique needs. Whether your young dancer needs to attend class once a week or 5 times a week, we've got you covered. Sign up for a season of fun, growth, and unforgettable memories. Classes start at $30. Again, you can call 205-202-9510. So check them out. Check them out. Ursula Smith Dance. Ursula Smith Dance. Her husband, David, is also, they're a fantastic couple. I just love them. David Smith. Where is you? Right here. Here we go. He has a workshop or a things to know on the road. Monday, July 10th, pre-entry, 6:30 p.m. Location is Art Town, 7611 First Avenue North, Birmingham, 35206. Sign up for the drum play along following the information session. He has two guests, Know Your Sound, Carlton Smith, as well as Know Your Identity, West Bird. So that's July 10th. Check them out. They're fantastic. Fantastic. David's always been good when it comes to being a percussionist. Well, he's all around. All of them, both of them are extremely talented. And also, if you wish to get into real estate, learn how to be a real estate investor, Saturday, July 8th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can get in touch with Real Estate Solutions, to-buy-the-block.com online tax property curriculum is $500. To how to be a real estate monthly in-person workshop is $1,500. So sign up today. Real estate investment bundle, tax property acquisition curriculum, how to be a real estate investor training. So check them out. Check out Elder A.V. Ashante Shabazz. Check them out. E2 Solutions. E2 Real Estate Solutions. E2 Real Estate Solutions. So please check them out. You'll be surprised that when you become a real estate investor, once you've gone through Elder's course, and you apply what he has learned and what he's giving you the information, you can pretty much, if depending on the time and the effort that you put into it, you can pretty much make it a profession, and you can do it on the side, so that way, um, you'll generate money, or you can quit your job and make it a full time job and make a lot of money. But you can't get a better presenter or better teacher, better mentor than the elder. So please check them out. Please check them out. So 50th hip hop anniversary. So if it's a 50th anniversary, oh wait, let me back up. Lizzo is having some haters coming after her, and I want to let her know that Smash Bros Radio supports her. We love her. Uh, they hated on Jesus. They're gonna hate on you. That means that you're doing something correct. Uh, it's alleged that she was talking about leaving the music industry. Baby, don't leave. You have a lot to offer. People are going to hate because they just want to hate. You're beautiful. If I was a little bit younger and you a little bit older, you never know. But anyway, please send her a lot of love and encouragement. If you own her page, please let her know that Smash Bros Radio backs her 100%. Let her know that Oz says that fuck them bitches. When haters come for you, you come strong, boo. You come strong. You let them know that this ain't Satan. Not today, bitch. Not today. Not today. So you have a lot of talent, and so don't allow these individuals who don't know you, and they just haters. I mean, look who you are, baby. Look who you are, and look how much you've given. Look at what you've given up, what you've sacrificed, the tears. You are where you're supposed to be, and don't allow these bitches to get you down, because you're fantastic. You're awesome. Smash Bros Radio loves you. It's also kind of embarrassed, but kind of not. But if you have not heard, if you have not listened to the following artist, you need to listen to her. She is fantastic. She comes with a lot of fire, a lot of spirit, comes with a lot of energy. I just love her. Nina Chanel, Ninachanel. You need to check her out. She has a new song out. You need to check her out. Nina Chanel. I love Nina. Oh, Nina. Nina. Yes, she's fantastic. She is, and it sounds kind of corny, but when you listen to her, and as we have the habit of wanting always to compare, when you listen to her spirit, when you listen to her soul, and you want to compare her with other females out there, you're going to find out that Nina has a aura all to herself. She's in a category all to herself. She's just fantastic. So shout out to Nina Chanel. Shout out to Lizzo. We love you. We support you. And do what you do. Hey, Oz is behind you, babies. Smash Bros Radio is behind you. So after that, I'm doing this on purpose because I want people to understand that information is out there and it's easy accessible. So there's no reason for anyone not to have access or not to have information at their fingertips. So hip hop is a genre of music most often characterized by a strong rhythmic beat and a rapping vocal track. The genre originated in New York City in the 1970s as a cultural exchange among Black, Latino, and Caribbean youth, and has grown into one of the most consumed genres of music in the United States. Uh, when hip hop first started, the white establishment thought that it was just a fad, that it was one of the things that them folks did, and so from what I've read, it started out like it was saying at a house party. Everybody would get together and they would have the turntables. And I think that the younger generation probably back then we had records and we had the smaller records, and you had an A side and a B side. And so I don't know if the younger generation know that when they say the A side and B side, they're talking about the record. One side would have an A side, and the other side would have B. And so it was two songs per record, and the record would have a hole in it, and you would have a little attachment that you would have to put in the center, so that way you were able to play on your record player. So that was just a little tidbit. So back during this time, they had turntable, and it was elaborate system, and you had to be extremely organized in being able to mix the songs together to come out with your own beat, and it was just fantastic. With this being the 50th, that means that I was 13 years old. So hip hop raised me. Hip hop influenced it influenced me. In the 70s, I was 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. So I was in junior high school. And then in the 80s, I was in college. I was over at Alabama State University. So it created what I am now. So what is hip hop music? Hip hop is a genre of music most often characterized and okay, as a culture. Hip hop is built on four main pillars: DJing, rapping, also called MCing, breakdancing, usually called breaking or b-bowing, and graffiti. Since its inception, hip hop has birthed dozens of subgenres, including trap, grim, gangster, rap rock, or new metal, crunk, chill hop, bounce, mumble rap, Latin hip hop, and conscious hip hop. Notable hip hop artists and acts include DJ Kool Herc, Tupac Shakur, The Notorious B.I.G., The Roots, Nas, JC, Lil Kim, NWA, Nicki Minaj, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and Ice Cube. Hip hop music has a rich and varied history starting in the New York City in the 1970s. Early hip hop music saw its roots in the 1970s in the New York City borough of the Bronx. It started as a collaboration among intersecting groups as blacks, Latins, and Caribbean youth at block parties, community gatherings that featured DJs playing soul and funk music. New York City DJs like DJ Kool Herc, Grand Wizard Theodore, Grandmaster Flash, and Africa Bambaataa began to experiment with different techniques during parties, including longer procession breaks called break beats or simply the breaks, turntable techniques, scratching, freestyle, and improvised vocals based on Jamaica toasting. They're often credited as pioneers of modern hip hop and rap music. In 1979, hip hop trio The Sugar Gang released what is now widely considered the first hip hop record, Rapper's Delight, which reached the top 40 on the U.S. Billboard chart and propelled hip hop into the spotlight, making hip hop a full fledged genre. In the 80s, hip hop was in full force. Many different artists began bringing new ideas to the genre, including drum kits, especially the 808. More complex samplings, metaphorical rap lyrics, and broader collaborations with genres like electric music. The 80s also saw hip hop spread to an international audience, especially across the UK, Japan, Australia. Notable songs included The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. In 84, several hip hop albums, especially from artists Run DMC, LL Cool J, and the Beastie Boys, introduced what became called the new school hip hop. This style emphasized machine beats, minimalism, shorter songs, which was more radio friendly, and social political commentary. These artists shifted away from the party rhymes, and funk influence of old school hip hop. The late 80s and the early 1990s were the golden age of hip hop, which many performers enjoyed huge mainstream success while introducing major innovations with each new record. Major artists included Public Enemy, Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G., MC Hammer, Boogie Down Production, Snoop Dogg, Nas, A Tribe Called Quest, and Big Daddy Kane. There also saw the rise of gangster rap, which was a sub-genre that emphasized the lifestyle of inner-city youth and was characterized by artists like Silly D, Ice-T, and NWA. By the late 90s, hip-hop was a major mainstream genre and created mainly high-profile artists including Lil Wayne, Nelly, Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, J. Rule, DMX, Eminem, and 50 Cent. In 1995, the Grammys awarded a new award category for Best Rap Album. It was awarded for the first time to Naughty by Nature. In the 2000s, many artists incorporated heavier influence with genres like punk, jazz, indie rock, and electronic. During this time, prominent or rising artists included Outkast, Kanye West, MF Doom, 2 Chainz, Gucci Mane, Juicy J's, The Roots, Kid Cudi, Mass Death, Drake, Rock, Kendrick Lamar, and Giles Barkley. The rise of internet distribution and streaming services at the turn of the century and into the modern day created an explosion of artists, mixtapes, and experimentation. Artists that rose to prominence in recent years included Waka Flocka Flame, Cardi B, Future, Migos, Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion, 21 Savage, and Lil Uzi Vert. It Music is a soul of a culture. Music is a soul of a community. Music can provoke emotions, feelings, some type of reaction. When gangster rap started, there were a lot of controversy about that because people were saying that it was not really rap because they were scared of the message that gangster rap was producing. And the white establishment was really somewhat concerned. And what is more interesting to know is that uh, when you go back and you research to find out who were in charge, what group were in charge of the music industry back then, and who is in charge now, you would see a huge uh, influence. Uh, because when you see the individuals that are controlling these uh, record companies, you pretty much have an understanding of why certain things are happening or why certain things are not happening. When you allow a certain group to have total control over all uh, sources of media, they create the scenario. And when it comes to hip hop has been religious in its original form. Uh, Now, there are some individuals that I don't really understand, and because this is really I'm still a novice when it comes to the music industry. Uh, I think personally that some of the artists that have come out have somewhat weakened, has somewhat watered down what the original version of hip hop was all about. And I understand that each generation is going to bring its own thing to whatever. Uh, but as in everything, I think that it's time for individuals to start acknowledging, start celebrating those fathers, those creators of hip hop, especially back during the original, back during the block parties, the communities. I think those MCs should be acknowledged, that some recognition should be given to them. You know, when you do something that you love, you're really not expecting any type of monetary value. At the same time, though, when you're using your energy, when you're using your equipment, when you're using your time, then some type of recognition should occur. It's not in most cases the originators, the fathers. They weren't really out for the recognition. They just enjoyed themselves, making everybody enjoy themselves. Um, when you have appreciation, when you have loyalty, when you have honesty, when you have transparency, when you have trust and honor, that's most what anybody wants. Just the appreciation part, just knowing that you appreciate, you understand what I have created, you understand and you enjoy, you have an idea of what I have created. Uh, they didn't have this in mind. Is just evolved because this was part of the culture up in New York, in the Bronx, in the boroughs. This was everyday thing. It wasn't anything for them to have a block party on the weekends. Nothing. It was an everyday thing. It was just like breathing, having house parties. It was just, it was just something that you did. But when you have an old establishment that think they have total control over everything, and then all of a sudden focus is not on them, but is on another genre, you're going to have some type of pushback because they're always going, well, this is just a fad. Well, see, the same thing when they said about rock and roll that it was a fad. And now you have this new generation that's coming up that I can't even understand. And I don't think it's my age. I don't think I can understand the lyrics. I don't understand the lyrics. I cannot interpret the lyrics. At least back during my day when hip hop was new and it was exciting and you could understand what the artists were saying. You understood exactly where they were coming from. It had meaning, it had substance, it had foundation. It was a way of releasing pressure. It was hip hop to these fathers, to these originators, was like breathing. They it was their soul. It was their embodiment. And you could tell by the way they mixed, by the way they brought things together, that they enjoyed the hell out of themselves. And it was like a child in a candy store because you have all this music and you're mixing all this music together and you're trying to combine the beats so that way once you get finished with one song, you smooth transition into another song, or you're in the middle of one song and all of a sudden you're able to mix that second song in with the first song, and it's a smooth transition because the beat is getting you going, and you're really moving it, and you forget where you are. You forget the stress, you forget the pressure, you forget the discrimination, you forget all this negative shit because it's music that these creators have done, have placed you in a different place because the music has taken your body and has transformed you into this energized individual these movements. Because you have to listen to the beat. And I was I was blessed in that I knew the beats. I was not typically white. I know how to dance because the beat you have to the beat would just take you, would just kidnap you, and the beat would just make you move in a way that you never thought that you could move. Or gangster rap will give you an understanding that this is what it's all about in the inner city. This is what we have to go through. NAA, NWA, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Biggie, all of these, Run DMC, all of these individuals brought some type of freshness, brought some type of addition, a different type of ingredient to create hip hop. Because it has substance, it had meaning. Because again, it was the culture. And I think that when music is used appropriately, and I understand that appropriately, I use loosely because it has to do with one's interpretation and one's perspective when I say correctly. But when music is used to create a sense of joy, happiness, togetherness, to bring an understanding, because sometimes music can give you a meaning, can talk for you when you don't know how to put the words together. Give you an example. I have a friend who was a principal, and when he would have irate parents to come in, he would play religious music, and he would leave for about 2 or 3 minutes. And so while the religious music is playing, the parents that were irate and who were ready to eat bear and to cause confusion, it soothed them, it calmed them down. So that way, when Charles was able to go back in, he could deal with the situation and he could diffuse the situation because this music provided him the source. So, see, music is all about feelings, music is all about substance. See, that's why you have, and I hate to bring the Bible into it, that's why you have to understand the origins of music. And if you want to see the difference in the music, go to a white church and then go to a black church. Man, huge difference. Huge difference. When I belonged to Sardis Baptist Church, the elders, the deacons and deaconesses were in the sanctuary early in the morning, right before Sunday school. And they would have a time of meditation in the sanctuary. And man, let me tell you, when those elders would hum, it was the most comfort. It was the most surreal softness. Because one individual would start, and it was just a hum. It wasn't really any words per se. It was just a hum. And then when one individual, and then another individual would pick up and start, and it would rotate. And then of course there would be some singing. But the sanctuary, you could feel God in the sanctuary. You knew he was there. It was the man. If you have never witness the elders getting together for meditation, you have missed out. You have missed out. You don't see that in white churches. nothing against nothing against the white church, but you wouldn't feel that in the white church. But the music is more alive in a black church than it is in a white church. Or it was back then. Hopefully some of the white churches have learned that y'all need to speed this shit up. So see, when hip hop came, yeah, you had rock and roll. Yeah, you did. But hip hop, let me tell you, hip hop brought a punch, brought energy, brought fire, brought this huge dynamic new wave. And it embodied you. And it was as if you belonged, or this is me. This is me. So to be around 50 years, which isn't really long when you look at it. I'm 63 years old. 50 years isn't really that long, but 50 powerful years of influence. 50 years. Hip hop has influenced an entire industry. They have made an impact on society, on the culture of the nation. Oh, when I think about Missy, can't think of Missy's name. Oh, my Jesus. Missy Elliott. Nicki Minaj. My Jesus. And the early female rappers. Oh, my Jesus. Oh. Can you imagine? That all you have this hip hop the male scene, and then you have these females. Can you imagine what the females went through to make a place for themselves? Can you imagine the prejudices that the females went through? Because just like the males went through when it came to the white establishment wanting to ridicule, wanting to put down, and in some instances trying to shut it down. Can you imagine what the females had to go through? That was some strong-willed, strong constitution women. And I think they need to be recognized too. But the fathers, the creators, the originators, they need some type of recognition. And I think that they should be put in the Music Hall of Fame. I think they should have a special place for them, because they changed the scenery. And that's what it takes. It takes a fresh breath. It takes a new energy. It takes a new way of listening, provoking, providing, influencing. Hip hop did that in the 70s. 13 years old. In 1970, I was 10 years old. So in the 70s, I was going into junior high school. Junior high school and high school. Because I graduated in 78. Carver High School in Montgomery. Sex is fun, pot is great. We're the class of 78. Of course, Beck, I did not smoke, and I didn't have sex. So I really didn't understand what they were talking about. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The smoking part really didn't do anything. It just made me hungry as hell. And I didn't have any feelings. I didn't feel high. I really didn't. So while everybody else was getting high, I didn't want to be left out. They said, "You feel it?" I said, "Yeah, I feel it." I didn't feel shit. I was just hungry. And back then, you could get at least 40 crystals for under $10. And man, let me tell you, those 40 hot crystals off the grill with cheese, baby. And listen to hip hop, baby. Let me tell you, that was some good shit. Oh, you can't beat a crystal hot off the grill with cheese, and you high as hell, and listen to hip hop, baby. Ooh, the sensation. Lord have mercy on me. But hip hop raised me. Hip hop influenced me. And I appreciate hip hop. I appreciate the originators. I appreciate the creators. I appreciate the artists who were strong enough to stand up against the establishment and let the establishment know we're not a fad. We are a force to be reckoned with, and we're here to stay. And we're about to wreck the fuck out of your world, and we're about to turn you upside down, inside out, and we're about to show you exactly how it's all about, what it's all about. And we're coming raw with you. But to see a DJ, to see an MC mix those records together, and to see the equipment that was set up, and the music, or the rhythm of how they mix stuff, and it would blow your mind, because it took an artist, it took a master of knowing exactly how to do, or how to craft, how to create that beat, how to create that smoothness, that transition, so there was no skip. That's a master. That's an artist. Now it's easier now because they have computers that can do that. But back then, it was done by hand. It was done by hand. And usually there were 4 turntables. The bigger people had 4, but generally it was 2 turntables, and each turntable was connected to one song, or one record was on and it was fantastic. It was memorizing, hypnotizing, the way that these individuals were able to mix all this stuff together and to create this beat that would have you sweating like a whore in church on Sunday. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Oh God, it was wonderful. Happy anniversary, hip hop. I appreciate you. Nina, I love you. Lizzo, don't let them bitches get to you, baby. Do you. When they come for you, show them what you got. Show them what you got, baby. Push them back. What was that? What was that cheer? What was that cheer? Push them back, way back. Do you, baby? Don't let these folks stop you from doing what you're doing, because you're fantastic. Again, if you have not done so, Smash Bros Radio, download our app for us, please. Like, follow, share, subscribe. We loves you. I will see y'all Monday. I appreciate y'all stopping in. As usual, know your value, know your worth, know that you are the one that creates anything about you. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love my luggage. Y'all have a fantastic Friday. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, uncles, cousins, those men who have stepped up. We appreciate you. We love you. See y'all Monday. Peace.
The live stream on the show. On the show. The live stream. On the show. On the show. On the show. The live stream. The live stream on the show.